Welcome to the Prop Market. I'm your host, the Prop King, and today I have my college football semifinal picks. We have been on an absolute heater here with my best bets. We've been 4-0 in our last few shows. Last week we hit the money line with Notre Dame, and we also won the under bet with Boise State versus Penn State. Both of them were easy cashes for us, and we're going to continue that on this week. I also have some really good player props. We've been doing this all season. I've been your tour guide through all this season, so hopefully you've been following along. But basically, we've done all the research, we've done all the notes, we've taken all the quizzes, and we've got all the outlines. Now we're just taking this test, but we already have the answers, and that's why I think we're cashing in so well here with these player props. We already have the answers. We're just finally plugging in the answer choices here for our bets here. So I'm super confident with the picks I have this week. But before I get to them, I want to go ahead and talk real quick about how we've been doing this season overall. So last week we went 4-2 at 66%, but overall we're at 52%, 90 of 82. So we have quite a few more picks for you today. I think we can get this number up. Like I said, we've been doing really well in the last few shows. And without further ado, let's go ahead and get to my first pick, which is Travion Henderson. Travion Henderson is a friend of the show. We've picked him before. He's an extremely explosive back that can catch the ball and break a huge run at any moment. You think about Scatterboo playing against Texas, Arizona State's running back. He was able to torch Texas defense in the air and on the ground. So I really believe the receptions will be there for Henderson, who's more explosive than Scatterboo. I believe he's going to do the same with his receptions. Only had 8 carries last game for 3 receptions, but you see just how he kindly just totally took off on this pick. I think he gets more workload this week. And with his workload increasing, also with his big play opportunity, Texas does not do a good job taking backs out the backfield. So I really like this over 73.5 rush and receiving yards for Travion Henderson. Next guy is Tyler Warren from Penn State. He's averaging about 6.5 receptions a game. And if you look for Notre Dame to look to stop this running attack, let's be honest, Allard is going to be keyed upon to make some passes, and Warren is his go-to receiver. Average receiving yards 77. I got him projected at 72. Notre Dame does struggle covering the middle of the field, although they're a really good defense. And I see a couple breaks in the defense that allows Warren to get down the field. I think he's going to get more than 7 receptions this game. I think it's going to be somewhere around 8 or 9. So with all those opportunities, I think he goes over our 67.5 receiving yards. I really like Tyler Warren over 67.5 receiving yards. Next guy also plays for Penn State, Katron Allen. This dude is a workhorse. We've bet on him 2 times on the show. He's cashed every time. He's went over 100 yards two of the three last games. He's been over that number. Last 3 playoff games, he's went over 100. I mean, went over our projected number. He looks like the number one back to me. Got 17 carries last game. He runs down hills, not a lot of juking and jiving when it comes to this guy. He's gonna get positive yards on every carry. If he gets anywhere between 15 and 20 carries, he's gonna absolutely smash this number. The market has not adjusted to him yet. I like him over 55.5 rushing yards for Katron Allen. You see his average rushing yards is 73. We got him projected at 61. We got Emeka Ibuke, who was coming from Ohio State. This dude is a projected first round pick, so he's got a first round grade talent. So it's not like this guy is some schmuck, but a lot of Texas attention will be faced looking at Jeremiah Smith. He will get a lot of the attention. Not a lot of attention will be on Ibuka. They're going to put a lot of their attention to this number one receiver, Jeremiah Smith. If this guy's considered a second receiver, I love it here. Abuke should get one or one-on-one coverage, and I believe with this one-on-one coverage, he's going to totally take advantage. Texas DBs have had coverage bust this season. I don't trust their secondary. I haven't trusted it all season. I think this game is the game this guy kind of breaks loose. I also like this pick over 57.5 receiving yards. I don't think it's high enough for a guy who's going to get the amount of volume he's going to get. Next guy is Quinn Ewers. Looking at Quinn Ewers, he went over this number for us last game. Got him average passing yards at 245, projected at 248. He finished the game versus Arizona State looking like a former five-star that he was, and a projected first-round pick that he was previously projected to be. Ohio State has a great secondary, but Ewers has weapons all over the field. I think the number's just too low for him. He's got good pass catching receivers and a good tight end. I just think they're gonna have to throw the football, to be honest, as well. I don't think Ohio State's gonna let Texas run the ball. Sarkisian, even though he's been running the ball a lot this season, we know he loves to throw the ball. I think he'll dial up some really good plays for Ewers, and I think they'll hit on a couple long passes. So I like over 239.5 passing yards for Quinn Ewers. Next guy is Jaden Grayhouse. This number that we got for Jaden Grayhouse is very, very friendly, to say the least. He's an Austin native, so he's playing against his hometown team. If you don't really play in the narratives, that's okay. You just want to focus on the numbers. That's fine too. His average receiving yards and his projected receiving yards on the actual screen. But this guy's an Austin native. Went to Austin Westlake. He plays in the slot most of the game. Penn State defensive line will not give Leonard much time to throw it down the field. So I think he's gonna be looking for quick crossers, quick slants, dig routes, which Great House will run a lot of those. One reception should get him over this number. It doesn't take a lot. If he catches a slant or if he catches a nice crossing route, um, this number is extremely too low. We kind of looked as far as numbers for some outliers, and I feel like this is an outlier. His projected, I got him projected at 26, only at 10.5 receiving yards for Jaden Grayhouse, a starting wide receiver, basically. So I like this number for him. He's extremely talented. Like I said, if you want to play, he's from Austin. He's playing a Texas team back home in the state of Texas. I just believe he takes advantage of this opportunity. He's also been in state championships and been, you know, all the way to the promised land as far as high school football. So I'm looking like he's going to get another opportunity to play on the big stage, and I think he will cash in for us. Next pick is Gunnar Helm from Texas. So Gunnar Helm is a big receiver. Ewer's most reliable, consistent receiver. Let's be honest. He runs really good routes and he has good hands. He's hit this number 4 out of 5 games. I feel like it's too low for someone who, he does have big playability, even though he's not a burner, even though he's not extremely fast. He is fast for his position, and when he catches the ball, he's hard to bring down. So I think he gets, anywhere from 5 to 8 reception opportunities. I really like his over 43.5 receiving yards. I think it's entirely too low for, to me, a go-to receiver. I do understand Golden and there's some other guy, Bonds and stuff like that for Texas. But this guy's very consistent in the last few games, so I really like this number for him over 43.5 for Gunnar Helm. Now back, we kind of look at our best bet for today, and I got Penn State versus Notre Dame, and I like the under 45.5. Why do I like this under so much? Well, Penn State has held every team under 17 points all playoffs. Notre Dame has held teams very low as well. Both of these teams, Penn State and Notre Dame, both are in the top 10 in every major defensive category. Yes, I will say that again. Penn State and Notre Dame are both ranked in the top 10 in every major defensive category. So basically, these are top 10 defenses facing offense against each other. I don't love Penn State's offense. I don't love Notre Dame's offense, but I do love their defenses. They're both here because of defense. And let's be honest, these coaches are not going to make want to make mistakes. I don't see a bunch of uh opportunities where guys can get turnovers. Both teams take care of the ball relatively well. I don't see neither coach put their quarterback in a position to throw pick sixes and to make huge mistakes. With that being said, I just love this under 45.5 for Penn State versus Notre Dame. Now for a quick recap, we got Henderson over 73.5. We like Warren over 67.5. We got Allen over 55.5. We got Ibuka over 57.5. Ewers over 239.5. Greathouse over 10.5. And Helm over 43.5 receiving yards. If you enjoyed this show, please like it. If you're enjoying my channel, please subscribe. We have college basketball, NBA picks that we've just been rolling in almost every single night. So if you like to bet on basketball, I got you covered here in the prop market. Also, I will continue to be your tour guide as long as this college football season goes on. I will also have some picks for the NFL this week as we head into the playoffs. I've been staying away from the NFL, but I'm gonna go ahead and bounce back onto the NFL this week as well. A lot of opportunity, a lot of information here in the prop market. So like I always say, keep what you like, leave what you don't, and let's cash.